Tony Dungy, the Hall of Famer, working, of course, for NBC Football Night in America, joining us. Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm doing well, Dan, and it's good to hear your voice and hear you kind of debating that run game versus pass game. Yeah.
All right. If I said you could bring back only one player if you're Tennessee, you can have Derrick Henry or Ryan Tannehill.
For the short run, I'm bringing back Derrick Henry because I think everything revolves around him. But I do agree with you. It could go, those big backs that have that kind of body and that kind of style. We just haven't seen them last 7, 8, 9 years like that.
Do you think the Packers overachieved, Tony, that maybe they weren't a great team?
I think they really did. When you look at the regular season, and we saw some games where they struggled, and they played well and they won games. They won some close games. I think I saw a stat they had the least amount of net points for a 13-game winner ever. They won a lot of close games, and I think that is a sign of good coaching, and they did as much as they could with their talent level.
Was anything surprising to you in these two games?
Just the fact that Kansas City could make so many mistakes and fall behind early and not panic. In those big games, it's hard to fall behind like that, and they did it 2 weeks in a row. I think Chris Jones may be their Bob Sanders. I mean, when he came in the lineup and did some things yesterday, it made a big difference. But they better not make those kind of early mistakes and fall in that hole against San Francisco.
Yeah, I was wondering about that you fall behind at the Texans and the Titans. That's different than falling behind against San Francisco, because San Francisco has maybe the best defense, and that running attack, no matter who's running the ball, it feels like they're going to be able to dominate time of possession.
Yep, chew up the clock, and then you're not going to score on every possession. Kansas City is going to score on San Francisco, but this isn't a defense that you're going to go out and score 7 straight touchdowns against.
Do we know who Jimmy Garoppolo is?
I think he's a real good player, and he really benefits from that system, and he is playing and giving them what they need. There's been some games where he's had to come through. Down in New Orleans, he had to put up points, and he did it. He hasn't had to do that often, and he's had some games like this where he's relied on the defense and the run game. But I think they have confidence in him, and I think when they need him to, he'll deliver.
Well, the fact that he only has to throw 8 passes and you blow out Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, I mean, that's... we talk about systems. And, has San Francisco got a system running attack here?
They do, and I've played against that when Mike Shanahan was coaching, and we played some games against Denver where they beat us just like that, and they got the lead early, and they ran, and you couldn't get them off the field, and then you start run blitzing and doing things, and then you hit a couple play-action passes, and he's done it with a lot of different types of quarterbacks and a lot of different backs. But the same way that script can flip if you get behind, and just like Tennessee, Derrick Henry was a non-factor in the second half because the game was a little different. So it's a very good system. They can run it on anybody. It's a system that doesn't rely on a Derrick Henry type back. They plug 3 or 4 different backs in there. They gash. They get one cut. One thing that's really probably not spoken of enough, Bobby Turner has been with the Shanahan family for a long time. And you think of Terrell Davis and Unknown and Olandis Gary and Tatum Bell and now Raheem Mostert. Bobby Turner, I don't know what he does. And I know he teaches these guys you get one cut and that's it. And there's no dance. If you dance, you'll be standing next to me. You won't be getting the ball. But everybody comes in that system and produces.
I'll leave you with this. Who gets back to the Super Bowl first, the Titans or the Packers?
The Titans, Packers play in a tough division. The Titans, it's hard to win that way every year. Now, maybe Ryan Tannehill gets more confidence, and maybe he does become Jimmy Garoppolo, and their defense will continue to get better. And I tell you, people don't know how to deal with these running games now. Tennessee and San Francisco do things that people aren't ready for because everybody's looking at how do we stop these passing attacks, who stop Patrick Mahomes. It's hard to just get bludgeoned, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So that's a good question. I think I'm going to say Green Bay in the short run, but I think Tennessee's building a good foundation.
2 weeks off. Well, you're not really off after the title game, and then you get ready for the Super Bowl. Can you over-prepare for the Super Bowl?
I had some good mentors, and we always try to really prepare that first week when you're at home and you've got a kind of standard procedure. Hey, let's put the game plan in, and then don't adjust it too much that second week. Use that week in Miami just to relax, kind of get in the flow of things. Don't over-evaluate that second week. So that's how I always tried to do it, and Coach Knoll did it that way, and the people that I've been around. But, 14 days is a long time. You know what I overthought? Kicking to Devin Hester. The first week, we weren't going to kick it to him. We practiced all week at home, punching the ball to the corners, popping it up. And then I got down there with that extra week and thought, we can't be scared. We got to go right at him. Bad idea. We should have played that first Sunday. I wouldn't have kicked to him.
What did you say on the sidelines as you watch Hester return that opening kick for a touchdown?
It's funny. I told our team the night before, at the last meeting, we had the chapel service, and I said, there's always going to be a storm, and especially that year, we were having all of these ups and downs. So I said, we're going to get a storm tomorrow. We just got to be ready. Whenever it happens, fight through it, stay together. And so I elect the kickoff. He runs it back in 12 seconds. We're down 7-0. Everybody's looking at me, and I said, hey, I told you the storm was coming. I didn't know it was first play. But we got to stick together, back your coach, make me look good here.
What is the curfew? How serious is curfew during Super Bowl week?
You know what I did, Dan? We went down on Monday. And I said, we're not going to do anything. We've got the press deal on Tuesday. Wednesday is when we'll kick things off. Edgerrin James had just left us. He had gone to Arizona, but he lived in Miami. I said, Edge, you got these guys. Just don't let anybody go to jail. I don't care what you do. I don't want to know what you do the first 2 days. And then Wednesday morning, we're going to take down. But you guys do what you need to do and have fun, experience it for a day and a half. And that's what we did. And we got on our normal routine. But I think you can be too tight, and you can stay there and not let them have any fun and enjoy the journey. And it doesn't work out always.
Great to talk to you, Tone.
Always good.
Thank you, bud.
All righty. I'll be in touch. Have a good week, and maybe I'll see you at the Super Bowl.
All righty. That's Tony Dungy, Hall of Famer, joining us.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.